Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City, episode 251. So today for me is the day that I get to find out if I have to put Let's Build a City into two different playlists, if 250 is the max. We're going to find out today. Really exciting for me, not interesting for you. Last episode we done like a world tour, a different kind of world tour, because it was sort of more of a recuperating our ideas and see where the progression is going to lead us, see what we've got to do next, see what we've got left to do. And what I'd like to take a look at today is the mountain. We were saying last episode that I either done the mountain at that height for one of two reasons. Either it was the top of the world and I couldn't build any higher, and if that's the case, then fair enough. At the moment we are on Y32. Yeah, I thought it was at 32. Your Y on a normal Minecraft world is normally about 64. Is about the Y, and then you've got 64 blocks of mines and ravines and obviously bedrock at the bottom. But I done 32 because I wanted to be able to build up taller, which is great forward thinking by me, but also with enough room underneath for any underground basements or a subway that we've got as well. So we've still got the underground part of the city as well. Now, if we're at Y32 down there, I'm expecting that we should be able to build at least a little bit up here. I mean, we're already, where are we at now? We're already at Y81. I can't remember off the top of my head what the world limit used to be. Was it 256? It sounds like a right number that for it to be that it used to be. But then the other option that maybe at the time I thought this mountain was big enough is because I had nothing to scale it against. Because I built the whole island before I built any buildings, I think I might have thought that is tall enough. That's a big mountain. And then until you start putting up buildings and stuff nearby, you don't realize that it's not that big. And when you're in the city, yes, it does. When you're actually in Minecraft, it does look big. This does look like a big tall mountain. You definitely would be having fun in a survival version of Minecraft to climb up the top and make a base in it. But when we're looking at it from a distance, it looks too round, it looks too pimply. So let's, what Y is this? See, this is only Y150. They're alive technically, they're animals, but we do have a jet ski up here. We can ride it too. What's going to be the best way to do this then? If we grab a tool, maybe we go brush, cylinder, snow block 3. Not cylinder, sphere. And let's just see how high we can go. See that's more of a mountain, right? Not in that shape. That definitely would be the strangest mountain I've ever seen in my life. But that is definitely more like it, hey? We would probably have to have the peak of the mountain further back. Oh, I suppose there's another third option of why the mountain is this size and shape. And that's because I always planned to have the airport at the top of the mountain. And I think at the time, I remember saying, when building the airport, I think I remember saying, I want to make sure that I can actually launch. Oh, there's a boat there. Why is there a boat here? So for my little experiments and stuff like that and playing around, I wanted to be able to take off and land without having a mountain like in the way. To be honest, now I don't really mind as much because we could always just come in from the other direction and always take off in that direction if the mountain does end up being in the way. So I don't mind too much. I'm not bothered about these ski lift dots. I easily build with them. That's absolutely fine. But I can't extend the mountain any further that way because obviously the trees are already there and the wind farm. I don't want to get the mountain too close to that. So let's now I know that I can definitely 100% build basically as high as I want. What are you now? 218. If we I don't know, take this away now that we know it's there, and if we do a what do you call a peak if we do a peek at the actual right height now, let's turn the shaders off as well. There we go. Set down. I missed some. Of course I did. Roughly where the peak's going to be, and then we sort of build down instead of building up with this mountain. Maybe that'll be a better idea. So let's come off here. So I also don't want to... we can do what we like here. Why do I need to worry about the edge of this mountain? We can always terraform it up if we need to. Let's say the peak of the mountain is going to be at this X and Y, X and Z. And then we can just make it as tall as we like. I'd like it to be considerably higher. Maybe even twice as high as what it is now. So, there to there. And there. I think we go a little bit higher, yeah? I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard to tell until the mountain is actually done. It's hard to tell if you've gone high enough or not. See, this is quite cool as we're at a point now where the fog is in the way of the render distance. That's probably a good sign, right? That's probably a good sign that we can only see a little bit of the ground there. We're so high up the cloud, we're sort of above the clouds, that sort of feeling. But boy, does that look tall. I mean, that's where the peak is at the moment, and we want to put it up there? Are you crazy, AJ? Maybe I should have made a backup of the world first. Should I do that? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just going to make a backup of the world. In case I don't like it or I mess something up royally, I can set it back and I don't lose any progress. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, backup, save, created. I'm hoping that I don't need to move the log cabin either. Another bonus of doing the mountain taller is not only it'll look better, but it should also give us more options to do stuff on the mountain, to build stuff, more huts and more trees and cooler roots and stuff like that. That'd be very nice. So let's get another tool. Let's take that away. Let's get like a gold sword or something, and we're going to make another brush of another sphere made of another snow block, but we're going to make it bigger this time. We're going to make it 6 so we can just build faster. Okay, and I think now what we're going to do is we're going to do it the same way as we sort of build houses. I think I want to build a skeleton first of the mountain. So keeping the same gradient, we'll just come off here. And we'll come up like this. I don't need to worry about it being straight because it's a mountain. Okay. We start to see sort of what it will look like. And we want it more pointed, like we were saying last episode. We want more of a point. That was very sort of rounded, or it seemed to look very rounded. This one we want to have more more pointed, more of an actual peak, like a highest point. So I'm trying to give like a little bit of a steep bit, and then it sort of comes out, and we sort of come out and come a bit wide. Yeah, okay, we're into the... I can see on the minimap in the top right corner, I'm actually in quite deep into the ocean here. We're also a little bit in the way of the runway. Now, another problem is that way and this way, the sort of access that we're on at the moment isn't a problem. Boy, that's big. But there, and this way isn't a problem either. We've got nothing that we're going to hit here. We're not going to go anywhere near that. I don't think we're going to go anywhere near the submarine. But this way is going to be tricky because I can't build out and wide like I should be able to, because we've got stuff already here. So I'm going to have to make this side maybe a little bit steeper and maybe even get it like right up to the edge or something. To do this, I think my best bet is to watch the minimap very, very closely. Now, at the moment, that looks a little bit straight, but it could be just the perspective that I'm standing at. Once we build it out and fill it all in, we might be alright. So, nope, undo. My first undo. I'm not too bothered about where I'm placing things, but we do need to keep this a little bit steeper. So I'm keeping a very close eye on my my minimap, making sure I'm not too close to the airport edge, or not going into the airport edge. I don't mind how close I get to it. Oh, my feet are on the floor. Yes, pretty good. That's pretty dead straight. It's a diagonal of some form, but it is pretty straight, isn't it? So maybe I could like click here. So it's so nice being able to build from a distance, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Okay, further away you are, you get a little bit of lag as a load what you've done in. So I made a little bit sort of a bulge there. Maybe I can sort of keep that sort of bulge. Just trying to get rid of it being... Yeah, I thought I clicked down there. Undo. There we go. You gotta be careful where you click. You click in the distance and you'll place one in the distance. That's better, right? So it's not quite as straight now. So that's good. I might leave the inside of this mountain empty. That one isn't. That one's solid because that was like painted by me in a actual program. So that's actually solid there. But if we leave this one empty, maybe we can get round to our superhero base idea. I think that was again an idea for another mini series on the city. Is some kind of superhero base. We've got sort of the criminal warehouse and stuff. And although we were saying that there isn't much crime going on in this city, we have a very small police station. Maybe there's not a lot of crime because of the superhero that we have here. I don't know what the superhero is. I don't know what his tag is or what he looks like or anything. But we did think it would be a cool idea to have a superhero living in inside the mountain. Oop, water. Okay. What do we think? Now this might not be, I sort of forgot, this will not be snow all the way down to the ocean. We'll have to sort of, I think it's going to be higher than where that is. I think the snow will probably start about here or something like that. And have like grass, dirt and stuff down below. But that's huge. It's like a mountain the size of the minimap almost, isn't it? It will be. So the way that we can now fill this in is sort of quarter by quarter. Okay, well, we'll do some smoothing off afterwards. It's going to be a matter of just sort of filling it all in super roughly. We don't need to worry about it being neat and nice and progressive, because we'll use the smooth brush once we've got it all in to do that for us. A little bit of cheating involved. So this might be a good opportunity for me to cut away. I'll sort of do a little bit of this with you so you sort of see my technique, if there is any technique involved in this. So I'm just going down, and we'll have to do this with like all 4 sides, if you like. I'll call them sides. Again, I'm not bothered about that. Ski lift, we'll be able to salvage the bottom of it and build it back up when needed. But yeah, I might do this side with you because this part is easy. It's getting down to the actual mountain part when we're building onto it. That's tricky. Yes, so I need to be careful. I don't want to go any wider. We need to keep it where it is here. So I need to try and make this go very steep. Maybe the log cabin will be affected. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think I'm going to go back over this side and grab it from over here instead of going back again. Okay. I don't leave too much of a gap. If you leave too much of a gap, your smoothing can be a little bit funny because it smooths the air as well. As weird as that sounds. Try and click actually on it. Undo. Try and actually click on a piece of snow rather than the cart. Undo. Click. Mm-hmm. If we look here, you sort of see, it looks very leveled at the moment, doesn't it? You can see exactly where the spheres are going, but that is definitely a peak. If I go right down the bottom, can I see the top of this? I don't think we get like a fog up top, do we? We get a fog if we stand at the top and we look down, but I don't think we get a fog if we go down and look up. It's quite a strange, ooh, freeze, strange part of Minecraft. So the peak, the old peak was here. Ooh, whoa, weird down here. What's with the framies? Something's going on. It's because I'm probably loading all that up and it's trying to save what we've done. Whoa! No, come back. That's where the peak was. And that's where it is now. So it is double the height. Oh, man. I might have to cut away to do this. Oh, no, it's back again. We're back. We're fine. Right, anyway, I think I am going to cut away. I'm going to get all of the sides in. I'll come back to you for the smoothing process, okay? Second quarter completed. We have half a mountain. Took longer because I had to go further down. And I'm making it all out of snow because I don't know where the grass is going to start. And what we can do is we can smooth the mountain off, all beautiful and nice. We can then choose where we want the snow, and we can use world edit to say anything snow under here turn to grass. Beautiful. And then we can do another smooth over to meld the snow into the grass really neatly, or really not neatly, the opposite, really sporadically, so it looks like the snow sort of ends up like melting off at the bottom. So I've got another 2 to do. Takes a long time, but I'll be back. Okay, 3 out of 4 done. I am starting to notice a little bit of lag. It's alright when I'm on that side, because I think what's going on is it's trying to calculate the lighting, and there's a lot to calculate. Like when you're building a skyscraper and you're building the roof, you'll start to notice like a little bit of a lag, a little bit of a slowdown on the last few blocks of putting the roof onto a tall building, or any building. I think even a small house, you'll sort of notice a little frame issue, and that's because it's trying to calculate the lighting on the inside, and that last one blocks all light out, and the game's like just checking, I suppose, if there's any light that can get in anywhere, and if it should render it, or I don't know. I don't know how the game works, okay? I don't know all that. I just know that it's slowing down. So as you can see, like I click, I wait, I click, I wait. You see, but I have noticed a little bit of a trick, not trick, a tactic that I'm using, and I'm standing in the middle, and then this way I cannot move all that much, and while it's loading, I can do the other side and sort of just click the air where I think it is, and boom, it loads in. So yeah, I've just got this last side to do, and yeah, we'll be back. Strangely enough, it's sort of sped up now. Like it's super quick. It got to a point doing this quarter about a third of the way down, where I was waiting like 5 or 6 seconds for the circle to spawn, for the sphere to spawn. Like it got really slow, and it's, I think, because it probably was closest to like all of the other walls and stuff. But yeah, down the bottom here we're a lot quicker, like faster than where we were when we started, I feel. Just gone a little bit wide there to do sort of a double one on the end here. Now, strangely enough, or interesting, not strangely, interestingly enough, if we look at the minimap, hold on, kaboom, ta-da. If we look at the minimap, we have what is, I'm gonna call, a pretty good mountain shape. It's not perfectly circle, because I mean, what mountain is circle? It's not like too thin looking on one side. I got to salvage the hut. I didn't place any blocks over the hut, so that's all fine. When we smooth it off, though, we'll just have to be careful around there. And yeah, boy, is that bright at the top, huh? That's very bright here. But awesome, we've got an actual peak. We've got a nice sort of steep incline, which is, I think, is what you want from a mountain. It does, at the moment, looking at it here, look a little bit same all the way up. Do you know what I mean? Like that gradient is about the same as that gradient. So I think what we'll do is when we smooth it all off, we'll then go back over and we'll put some like characteristic like peninsulas in, or what are they called, peninsulas? What are they called? Like where it flattens out for a little bit. We'll put some of those in around the place at different heights and stuff that we can then build on maybe. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Let's grab a skull, a diamond one. Brush. I think it's 1 slash brush smooth. I don't know how big we can go. Yeah, as big as 6. 6. Not 67. Okay. And then I'm afraid, what's the best way? Is it the best to start at the bottom and work top, or is it best to start at the top and work? Bottom is best. Start at the bottom and work upwards. Now, we need to be careful. I can't do it at the bottom here because I think you'll find I'll probably hit... Oh no, it does looks alright. I just don't want to hit the fence and just wreck that up completely. So I think this is a slow process. I might not be able to get this all done this episode. We'll have to come back to it. Maybe even next episode. I'm actually quite enjoying doing this. Let's get a little bit in the water here. I wonder if the brush tool will affect the water. It doesn't. Good. So I can pull all of this down. Is it a good idea to work in quarters again? Maybe. And I can just work on this quarter here. Maybe quarters will be a faster way to do it. I'm putting it all down. I am expecting to get some air gaps open up here and there. I'm fully expecting that. It looks like I'm alright at the moment. It's just like rendering holes in the rendering at the moment. I want to get rid of all of the ball shapes. I don't mind having little overhangs, like little crevices and stuff. Careful where I smooth. I do not want to hit smooth on the submarine and just like flatten a part of it like a torpedo's hit the thing. That would just suck. So I'm trying to sort of go roughly quarter by quarter. Some parts are going to look steeper than others. See, I like little bits like this. Maybe the smooth tool will get rid of what we were saying a moment ago about having a lot of it looking the same. Maybe it's a mountain. Of course, a lot of it's going to look the same. But you guys know what I mean. This is always hard here using the smooth tool when you get higher up like this on mountain. Because you find you'll get a lot of this triangle effect going on. See, there's a triangle, 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 triangle. See them all? And the way to combat that, if you're interested, is just to use a smaller brush. Use a smaller, smooth brush. And it just refines it. But for the moment, we'll just go over with the biggest one, which is a nice big 6 here. Yes, that's good. It does get a little bit airy at the top here, like I thought it would. I think with more clicking, we'll probably end up eradicating most of them. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So we'll move on to the next one. Alright, you know what? I think I can do this. I'll be back. Alright, last little bit here. Now, there is a lot of what I'm going to call honeycombing. You know that triangle thing that we were just talking about? Well, when you get a lot of them put together, it creates a sort of honeycomb effect. So I'm going to call it honeycombing. So I need to go over this with a smaller brush, like a 4 or maybe a 3 or something like that. Take a little bit more time on it. But as you can see, we definitely do not have those ball shapes all the way around the mountain anymore. We're looking a lot more natural. There's a lot of holes. There's all these sort of darker spots. These sort of, it almost look like ice in a way. These sort of darker sort of spots here are all sort of little tiny holes. So just got to patch those up and stuff. I think with a smaller brush as well, we'll probably get a lot of that gone. But yeah, this is a lot of honeycombing here. See, it's like little honeycomb, 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 honeycomb. You can sort of see these like honeycomb shapes all the way down. I also really like this quarter for a different reason. This quarter is quite cool because it looks, to me, I don't know why, it looks weak. It looks like it's about to have an avalanche. So like we could do a ski route down there. That's a lot more dangerous. I don't know why. It's just like it's going to avalanche into the ocean. You know, like make a big tsunami going that way. our city would be safe. But yeah, really cool. No more round ball effects or anything like that. I'm interested to see what this looks like on Overviewer, but until it's done, I don't want to like spoil it for myself. I want to get like the mountain all smoothed off, really nice, and I want the grass to be at the right height, and the snow to, you know, to cap the top and stuff like that. So I think we'll spend next episode here as well. And then we'll go over and have a look at it on Overview once the sort of mountain itself is completed, and we'll have a look together, okay? Like a special one-off, looking at an Overview map without a world tour. Alright guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. If you've got any ideas, then let me know in the comment section below, and we shall see you in the next episode. Wow, that's big. That's huge. Bye!